Well, hello, good evening, everybody. Welcome. It's Ruth here at artfulstampin.co.uk. And great to have you here. Just before you get stuck into the video, if you're watching this on the replay and you think you're going to enjoy this, or later on in the video you go, I did enjoy that, please consider giving me a little thumbs up and also sharing it with somebody who you think would enjoy this video. It's just always great to have new folk come and join us, and you know, our artful stamping community, our hearts are big, so we love welcoming new folk into this community. So please do share it out. For those of you, the eagle-eyed of you, and for those of you who do follow my Artful Yarn Instagram, yes, my cardigan, I finished it today. I did all the sewing in. The last 2 or 3 days I've been sewing in all the ends, and it's finally finished. So yeah, I'm really pleased with it. And funnily enough, the weather has been cool enough to actually enjoy wearing it today. So I have kept nice and warm wearing it. It's made with a yarn that does have some, it's acrylic plus, oh, I think it might have been a merino or something. It's quite a nice soft yarn. So yes, I've been enjoying wearing my new cardigan. Okay, Lisa, drive safely. So if you're watching and you're thinking, who's Ruth talking to? I actually do this live on YouTube. So if it sounds like I'm talking to folks, it's because I am talking to them. I do try and remember to read out comments that I'm responding to, because I know the chat doesn't always show up until a couple of days later, but if you do want to see the chat, then if you go to the comment section, if you see the 2 dots in the comment section, just give it a swipe. You should be able to see the chat, the live chat that was happening while the video was live. So forward warning, I'm not going to complete a project tonight. My son and daughter-in-law are visiting and I want to go and play a game with them. So I'll probably do about half an hour now, and then I'm going to go and hang out with them for a bit, but then possibly carry on this project in the next few days. So I know that over the last few weeks I have amassed quite a few beautifully stamped sheets, if I do say so myself. I've just loved stamping them, gorgeous florals, and I was trying to think of a nice project that we could perhaps use some of it up with, and also maybe design a new one. So that's what I'm going to do today. So hello everybody on the live. Hi Mindy, great to see you. Hi Shaz, drive safely. Hi Mary, hi Janice. Hi Sabra Brady from Huntington, WV, that's West Virginia, I presume. And Hazel, and Jodie and Anne, hello. All right, so please do invite some friends to come join us. I think I did share this out everywhere. Yes, I did, I think. So if you do want to get notified of when I go live, if you want to sort of catch up with all the chat and everything, then please email me ruthtrice@gmail.com for me to add you to my WhatsApp broadcast list. All right, let's get on. Let's get on. There we go. So this bit of stamping is on my desk, this one here that I did the other week. I will try and remember to link it in the description below. And I've already started cutting out some pieces of grey board ready to create my book with, and I'm planning to make kind of like a landscape one. So I've cut myself, these pieces are 4 inches wide, and I think I'm going to put them at, I was going to do them at I was going to do them at 5.5, but actually for what I want to create, actually no, I will do them at 5.5. I've had another thought. Oh, I'm always having thoughts. Changing my mind, thinking of something new, thinking of how I'm going to deal with a challenge, and I'll tell you what my thought was in a second. It will make sense why I paused just then before making the cut there. Alright, so these measure 4 by 5.5, and then, I don't know, do we want an inch or should we give it 1.5 inches? An inch and a half would be good. Let's go for that. Last time I did one of these, I think I did slightly wider. I did 2 inches, but oh no, I did it wrong then. I'm going to do that again because I cut it wrong. Yes, Ruth does make mistakes. I do. And going live does not make me immune to them. Okay, so what I did is before I came live, I went through some of my designer series paper, or scrapbooking paper. Stampin' Up calls it designer series paper. And I really like this blue pattern to highlight the blue, or be a contrast, nice dark contrast against the florals here. Then I went through some of my retired papers and found this yellow one, and also this kind of peachy colour, which I think kind of like pulls out some of that Calypso coral, and I've got some stamped off Calypso coral there, which is kind of quite a peachy colour. So that's what I'm going to go for. Oh, I feel like no one's talking in the chat. It's all very quiet in there. What's happening? I presume you're all there. Is it just because it's a quiet night? Ooh. Oh, I've lost the... lost where I am now. Sorry. Oh, there I am. Okay, there we go. Oh, thanks for the thumbs up, everybody. Sorry, I couldn't... Oh, hi, Janice. There we go. Okay, great. Just checking where we're at. All right, so I just need to decide then what colour to wrap this up in. And I don't know whether to go for a blue. Go for a blue. Okay, so I'm going to have to splice some pieces together. I did know it wasn't going to be long enough to do it, but that's okay. So I'm going to cut... I'm going to try and be a bit frugal, actually. I'm going to go for 5 inches there. And then I'll try and make this meet up. Oh yeah, that will work. Okay. How much more do I need? I don't actually want to cut more than... I'm wondering whether I just need to cut off a piece. Make it join. I'm thinking of making it join on the back at about there, so I'll just cut that piece off there. How many inches is that? 3. Okay, just cut 3 inches off. That. And then glue that onto there. There we go, you'll never know. Oh. Hi Mel, nice to see you. Hi Hazel. Hi Jodie. You're watching avidly. Okay, great. Oh, no, glue, come on. See, even when you don't keep it the right way up, it still needs a little bit of help sometimes, this glue. But I do like it. I won't stop using it. It's good stuff. It's always worth putting something underneath your glue that you don't mind it, if it does pop out, that you don't mind it making a bit of a puddle. So because I know I'm going to be sticking that down later, I'm happy to do that. Oh, come on, dude. Come on. Who else talks to their glue? Is it just me? These glues get the bogies. I'll have to return to that other glue. Oh, what am I doing that for? Oh dear. Right, let's sort this out. Alright, so I'm going to make that meet up. So you can't even tell there's a join. There we go. Lovely jubbly. Then I'm going to stick this down. I know I'm not giving myself a huge margin there, but I know that it will fit fine. Oh, sorry about the camera movement. I'm just going to pop that there so that when I put my, what's this called, spine, I know it's straight. There we go. All right. When Stampin' Up first came out with that glue, I hated it, but now I absolutely love it. Oh, good. Just realised I haven't got my grid paper under here. That's better. Right, I'm going to try and get this process on a little bit quicker. Now I've got the glue on there. I'd also sort my lighting out. And I'm going to set myself a 30-minute timer on here. There we go. So this paper currently has 15% off. Just saying, if you like it. It's some really nice stuff. Now, where are my scissors? Seriously, where are my scissors? Where have they disappeared to? Oh, it's because I went out last night. And I took some out, I think. Oh, this is ridiculous. Oh well, these are left-handed scissors, so this is going to be fun. So I'm cutting the corners off and I'm giving a little bit of space. I'm not going right up to the corner there. There we go. Let's get a little bit of glue on there. This is one of those kind of slightly boring processes, but strangely satisfying, I have to say, because what you end up with is this fantastically kind of sturdy base for your album, and a real sense of achievement, I think, when you make books like this from scratch. It's just so satisfying. And I love teaching this in classes because people who've never done it before are just so happy with the results of what they make. And it makes such a beautiful gift, you know, completely unique gift for someone if you do decide to give it away, if you don't love it so much that you can't bear to part with it. Right, for that bit I slightly overcut that end, so I'm just going to pop a little bit of that blue in there because I slightly overcut that. So I'm just going to do that. There we go. Okay. Always give it a good rub over with your bone folder. So the side that's got the join, I'm just going to have that at the back. Do a little bit of a crease there and there, so that when I do that, it kind of knows what it's meant to do. So there we go, there's our cover. So the plan with this was to make some pages. I think I'm going to do it out of the blueberry bushel, but I want to do it in the spine construction similar to this one. And initially I thought, oh, how am I going to get that really wide what's the word I want, spine, and include the size of pages that I want. So I haven't actually done the maths yet, so I need to just very quickly do the maths on this. So the width of that is 5.5 inches, so I kind of want my pages to be 5 inches wide and by 3.5, so we'll go 3.5 by 5 inches. But my paper, I was trying to see if I would get the spine in. Oh, I do get the spine in. Ooh, okay. Right, so what we'll do is we'll take 2 sheets of that. Or do I go calypso? I'm wondering whether to go for a vibrant. Ooh, I've changed my mind. I have changed my mind because I've got all that blue. Let's try calypso. All right, let's do this. Am I coming to on stage? Oh, I'm not. No, sorry. Bit too far for me, Jodie. I wasn't planning to anyway, unless someone wants to buy me a plane ticket. Oh, thanks for saying that, Kim. All right, so I definitely want one of these to measure 5 inches. Let's have the outer ones measuring 5. Now, my spine is 1.5 inches, but I'm going to try and fit as many pages into this as I can. So I'm going to then score it with a spacing of 1.25 inches. And then take this to 5 inches. I'm going to have to do it that way because I can't be bothered to open my arm out, so I'm just going to do it that way. Oh, look at that, just. All right, so for those of you who don't quite know what I'm doing, this spine is a super duper easy spine to do. It's where you stick, that is your outer sheets, your outer pages, and then I'm going to stick another one on the inside. But what I want to do is actually have it slightly staggered and maybe have some of the pages where they open up. So what I'm going to do is, because I know that this measures 3.5 inches, I'm going to score at, I'm going to score at 3.5. This is a big experiment, just hope you know this, so if it all goes wrong, you know, it goes wrong. Because that would be quite nice to have a bit of a flap opening, I think. So let's give it a little bit of clearance there, so give that 4. And so that will be stuck on the inside like that. And then we'll just have this one singular little flap, which I think is fun. I like pages that are sort of all mishmash, they're not all the same. So what did I do that at? 1 1/4. So this one will space at 1 inch. I'm just going to score it there. And then what have I got left here? I'm going to round it up to inches just because it'd be easier for me when I come to decorating. And I'm going to cut that at 3 inches. Now, I am aware that our UK paper is slightly longer than the American paper, so yours may have to be a little bit less than that because yours is 8.5 by 11, whereas ours is a bit longer than 11. So yeah, so you would have to just cut off 1/2 inch from there. You would have 1/2 inch less. Okay, so that's 1 page, that's 2 pages. So I quite like the idea of that then having a little bit of a flip flap. Although I'm wondering whether I want the flip flap to go in, I don't know, that way, maybe. I don't know, what do you think? Do you think it's nice to turn the page and then have it open up? I'm going to go with that. Alright, and then I may decide I want one on the opposite side. So I'm going to go with that 3.5 score again. I hope you're following me. Is anyone still with me? Anyone know what I'm doing? Hi Joannie, lovely, welcome. If I played the lottery and won, then I would buy you a ticket. Well, thank you. Thank you. Well, if anyone else wins the lottery and wants to buy me a ticket to go to Raleigh, or Raleigh? I don't know. Do you say Raleigh? We say Raleigh in the UK. All right. So, so again, let's score at 4. And then, so last time we did a gap of, what was it? 1 inch. So we're going to go for 3/4 of an inch gap now. There we go. And that gives us, 3.5? Oh, that gives, I'll give myself 3 1/4. 3 1/4 like that. All right, so that can be stuck down on the opposite side. There we go. And then that leaves us with a piece like this, and I'm wondering whether we could do, I don't know, we could do 2 flip flaps maybe. Or do we do a short thing and a, oh, let's go for another flip flap. Let's do it. 3.5. Score at 4. And then this time 1/2 inch. Oh no, that's wrong. I've done that wrong. I was getting ahead of myself then. Getting far too ahead of myself. Ruth, calm yourself. Right. Is that 4 or 3.5? Ugh. See? I'm not listening. Not listening to myself. Still not calm. Right, 3.5. Fold it over. Then do your score of 4. Then do your score of 1/2 inch. Let's see what we've got left. 3.5. Nice. Okay. So there we've got the 3.5 there. Now, I think we could fit another one in. Who's with me? Are you with me? I think we could fit another one in there. Let's do it. Because I did mess up the other one, didn't I? Right, so what if I went for... Like, if I folded it in... Let's say 11. 11, so 5. 11 divided by 2 is 5.5. So if I had it folding in at 2.5, I did it again, didn't I? Right, so if I have it folding in at 2.5, like that, then score that at 3. Then move it up 1/4 inch. And then score that at 3. And then score that at 2.5. I think I know what I'm doing. Yes, there we go. Got it. All right, I think I've got it. Right, now to line, I need to line the inside of this, and I'm thinking of lining it with the yellow. So we've got that lovely kind of blue, yellow and red, and that's kind of a red, isn't it, Calypso Coral? But I know it's slightly on the orangey side. Look at that, that just about fits there. I think we can do that. So if we cut that at 3.5, that would make a beautiful liner. Janice would come with me as well. Yeah, Janice, you could be my porter. No, I'm kind of joking, because I am joking, because I've actually travelled with Janice, and it's good fun. But yeah, Janice, and if anyone can afford 2 tickets, Shaz, if Shaz wants to come, yeah, 3 tickets, right? That's Shaz as well then. We could book an Airbnb for us all. Oh, I don't know where the thing is. We're gonna have to measure. about here. There we go. Oh, I don't know where it's gone. Oh, there it is. Where are we going? We're going to Raleigh for on stage. Oh, I could take my cardi off. I'm a little bit warm now. Right. So let's get the middle constructed. I don't know if I'm actually going to have time to cut into my paper tonight, but we'll see. So construction time. So I've got the 2 outer panels. I'm deliberately spreading this glue quite thin. I probably could have benefited from putting some double-sided tape on this. So the reason also it's a good idea just to mark your lines is so that you can see where this is heading. So this needs to sit right in the middle then of in between the 2 folds. And then the helpful thing about getting your lining in is that you can actually just line everything up with your lining. If that makes sense. I'm going to give that a fold over. And I'm going to see if I can scooch that a sec. There we go. And give that a really good burnish. And then I'm going to fold that over like that. Give that a good burnish. There we go. Right, number 2. Just looking for a could do with a little peg. Hold this in place. Paper clip or something. But anyway, no, I can't find it. Okay, so same again. Just going to put some glue across there. Now I do know that this wet glue likes to move, so if you do get it down and give it a good push, the glue does spread itself. And you've got a bit of wiggle room, so I just used that wiggle room time just to make sure it was lined up properly before shunting it down. Fold that over. Burnish, burnish, like that. Fold that over, give that a burnish. There we go. Okay, this one now. I've heard this type of folio as a butterfly folio. Ah, have you? I didn't know what it was called. I thought it up one day a few months ago, Mary, and I kind of presumed someone else had done it before me. But I genuinely did sort of think of it without seeing someone else do it. But that's a really lovely description of it, a butterfly. I mean, this is not a symmetrical butterfly. This is a butterfly that's got some odd wings. Right, give that a push. Give that a scrape. There we go. What's the weather going to be like in Raleigh at that time of year on stage? So what we're talking about, for those of you who don't know, Stampin Up is the company whose products I'm using, and if you would like to purchase any of them, just go to my description and there's a link to the shop. So if you live in the UK, France, Germany, Austria, the Netherlands, Belgium and Ireland, and of course the UK, you can purchase them through me. But the company is an international company, And when they do their conference, it's called On Stage. And if you're a signed up demonstrator, you can go to demonstrator for the company. You can go to any of them. You don't have to just go to your region. So I could, if I wanted to, go to the one in South Pacific, or I could go to the one in Europe, which is going to be in Strasbourg, or the one in Raleigh. So last year I was really fortunate to be able to go to the one in Rotterdam, and there were actually quite a few Canadians at that one. They came over. Vanessa! Lovely to see you. How are you? How are those kookaburras? Good morning, Anne. Oh, if anyone likes that Regal floral stamp set, Janice did a live earlier with it. If you want some more ideas of how to use that stamp set. So this sort of album is probably not good for those of you who like things symmetrical. I mean, there's probably a way of making it symmetrical, but that's not the route I took. Oh, that could have done with being a little bit further over, but I've done it now. Can't undo it. Okay. So let's just do a walkthrough so that you can see what's happening here. So why do the spines get smaller? Because I made them to go smaller so that when you look down on it, they should be, although I didn't quite do it that way. It's so that, because I'm sticking them on top of each other, so that you get equal gaps in between. Okay, right, so single page there, then the next page have a flap, then a little single page here, then next one has a flap, then these two open up like so, then you've got a single page, then a flap, single page, and then a flap. So the helpful thing about this is because they're all the same height, it's probably quite easy to kind of cut the cards, the DSP, to do your covering of it all. So I might just quickly do that. And I've got this one, and that one. So my pages measure 3.5 inches, so I think I'm going to go for 3 1/4, so that I get a border of the Calypso coral. So I'm going to cut a couple of those. Actually, I might do 3 of those because I probably have got quite a few to cover, haven't I? Let's just cut it all. So those are 3 1/4. And I'll cut a few more of these. Just 2 of these. So far I've used 4 pieces of DSP, for those of you who are keeping count. and 3 pieces of Calypso coral. Right, so I don't really want to have yellow opposite there, so I'm going to grab, I could start with the peach, can I? Do I like that? Do I not? Don't know. I'm going to go for it. And then I'm going to put a piece of blue on the other side. So just to remind myself, that measures 3.5 by 5. Okay, so I want to cut this to 4 3/4. So that's that and that. Then this measures 4, so I want to cut like a blue to follow on from there. So cut that at 3 3/4. So that'll go in there, that'll go there, that'll go in there. And then it might be nice just to carry on and have that fold out like that. Yes, look at that, perfect. So let's go for 3 3/4 for that one. That's nice because it's like you've got a through sort of line of pattern actually. It all kind of connects up. So then for this one I could potentially have a through line as well. So that would be 3 1/4. And then just remind myself, 3 3/4. And then 3. Right, I'm going to get these stuck down because I know my half an hour is going to be up at any moment. So I'm going to just stick these in. Oh, there we go. Yeah, I said it'd be up, didn't I? Okay. I will get these stuck in, and then I'm going to go. Right. So if you've liked the beginning of this project, then, and you're not already subscribed to my channel, do subscribe, and then pop back tomorrow, where I'll be cutting up the stamped one sheet wonder. I'm sorry, I thought I'd get round to cutting it up in this session, sorry, but I haven't quite done that yet. But I will be using it to decorate inside of this. I might put a panel of it in different places. But I think it's probably a good idea just to get the DSP down first. Oh, wonderful, Mary. I mean, I could have used the lemony side. It's got the colours there. But I haven't got any lemons in my other designs, so. Oh, hi, Heather. I do actually like the other side of this paper, the daffodil paper, but my need for the yellow was greater than the daffodils. So I've had to go with that. Oh, have you had a good day out, Heather? All right, there we go. I'm going to leave this all on my desk then to finish off for tomorrow. And just a reminder, I will be cutting this up to insert it into various places. There's a bit of beautiful decor, but I'm really pleased how it's turned out, and as some of you know, I love trying to use as much of the paper and the cardstock as possible, and so I really like this sort of like whimsical, having the different pages are slightly different sizes and flaps, and it just makes it a bit more interesting. So there we go, the beginning of something new there. I've not done anything like this before, so sorry, in terms of having the different, approaching it like this. It is slightly, there are some similarities with this one. This one's slightly wider though, and I deliberately sized this to cut up a wreath, so the pages are a very specific size so that I could do that. And I ended up doing flaps on this one. Oh, I've just remembered magnets. Did I want to put magnets on this? Oh well, it's too late. I might be able to fit one in there. See if I can. I don't know if I can scoop that open. Oh yeah, right. I'm going to leave that open. I'm going to stick that in there and leave that open, because I'll try and get a magnet in there, and then I'll probably stick a piece of this over the top so I can get a magnet to close that. But yes, I will use. I'm going to actually get the magnets and put them on my desk. They attach themselves to other things. This is what happens. Right, I'll pop the magnets there so that I remember to pop that on tomorrow. There we go. Right, lovely. Oh, you were visiting a cousin in Bristol. Oh, lovely. Nice city. Doing a magnet implant, I am. I know it feels like surgery, Mary. Oh dear. Yeah. Oh, it's lovely to have those sort of relationships, isn't it? Wonderful. Well, thank you so much for watching, everybody. Sorry this is a bit of a shorter one, but I need to scoot. So lovely to see you all, and hopefully catch up with you again tomorrow. And if you are interested in any of the products you've seen me use today, please do go to the description and click on the links. There's lots of links there. All right. Take care, everyone. Thank you so much. Ta-da for now. Bye. Oh, yes, do try it, Mel. Yeah.